What's going on? We back, Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. And I want to talk about the tight end battle in camp real quick. I'm hearing Michael Roberts is looking good, but I want to talk about an article I read about him really quick. And he talked about how, he worked really hard this offseason. And I didn't know he was suspended for the last game of the 2017 regular season for whatever reason. He saw limited action, 4 catches, but he was really good run blocking. We knew that coming in. From Toledo University, he was our 4th round pick, not this past year, not this year's draft, but 2017 draft. And you knew he was a good blocker coming out of Toledo, and you knew he was a good red zone threat. So he played behind Fales and Eric Ebron last year. Didn't see a lot of action, but he said he worked this offseason. He worked hard. Ran the 2 miles around his hill. And back in Ohio, and threw up the first day, but he wanted to quit. He didn't. He really put the work in, and really came in excellent shape this season. We know Luke Wilson is more of a guy that's more of a fast stretch down the field type of tight end. Roberts more of an underneath guy, possession guy, blocker guy, a very well-rounded tight end. Not a fast, twitchy guy like Luke Wilson that got deep speed, but very underrated. I think people overlooking and giving this job to Luke Wilson. And from what I understand, that Michael Roberts is holding his own, and I think, even if Luke Wilson wins the job, Roberts is going to get a lot of burn because he can block and he can catch, and he's a red zone threat. And I think eventually, it'll be his job if he continues to work hard, keep his head on right. He lost a lot of weight. I seen it in his face. You should check out the thumbnail picture of this video. He lost a lot of weight. His body frame is looking different. He looking more leaner, and then he'll be more agile. And he always can catch. He got one of the biggest hands in the NFL, I believe, or definitely one of the biggest hands on the Detroit Lions. And they definitely didn't draft him in the 4th round just to continue to ride the pine for a few years. And we know it took Eric Ebron years to even get to the sorry point that he was at last year. So it's a position where you got to learn. But the thing about it for him is he has edges over Luke Wilson. He's a better blocker, but also he's been in Jim Bob Cooter's offense for a season now. He came in great shape. He's hungry. And I think he's going to have an excellent chance to play and start this season. I think he's one of them young guys that's going to eventually phase out this veteran and take over the job. I know he ain't the fast guy, but, Ebron never really showed that he was fast neither. He never got a chance to run those deep routes, deep crossing routes, the post routes. He never got a chance to run those type of routes. And I don't know why Jim Bob Cooter didn't let Ebron, stretch the field out with his speed and his size. That's something you had to ask Jim Bob Cooter. Maybe they feel like Ebron was better catching the whip routes, the flat routes, those short routes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they seen his focus was better than the short routes. But what I'm saying here is this battle is not a blowout. It's definitely close between Wilson and Roberts. And Roberts not playing no games, man. He's healthy. He lean. He was tired of riding the pine last year. He want to play, and that's the type of competitor that you want to see. And Wilson is a good tight end, but he ain't nothing where Roberts can't catch him. Trust me. Wilson is a guy that can stretch the field. He got good long speed, but he not your prototypical starting tight end. Not even in today's. He's a good target. But he hasn't really been in a traditional offense neither with Russell Wilson improvising. He improvising deep down the field and making a lot of big, deep catches. But let's see what Roberts got this year, man. He said he dedicated. I'm going to link the article to the description talking about what he did this summer and how his approach was different. He was turning it up in mini camps, OTAs as well. That I was reading. So, like I said, he got good hands, good short hands, big mitts, and I'm definitely gonna be willing to bet he gonna beat them four catches he had last year. But he graded out to be a tremendous blocker as a rookie, and that's what the Lions been looking for: all around tight end that can block, where you ain't got to throw the blocking tight end in, or then put the passing tight end in. But I think a lot of the times you're gonna see Wilson and Roberts out there playing together. I believe. I think it's a good bet that they're gonna complement each other more than battle it out and duke it out. For playing time. It's going to be situations for both of them. But what makes Roberts so deadly is that he good at any situation. How the Lions want to play it. He good blocking. He good catching. He good pass blocking, run blocking. So he's like a decoy that can, a decoy that you really don't show your hand with him. You know what I'm saying? How I mean is if you want to run the ball, well, they know you ain't going to put in Ebron or he pass and then put in Fales or they running or they might be with Roberts, he can do it all. So he gives you an element of surprise. With Luke Wilson, it's probably going to be pass and they going deep and they going to use his speed to beat the linebackers and run through zone. But maybe Luke Wilson has something to offer that he did in Seattle. But, he was a better blocker than Jimmy Graham for sure. And Graham is with the Green Bay Packers. And I heard they lost their linebacker, Jake Ryan, who was going to start this year, the middle linebacker from Michigan, I think he's from. So he a Michigan guy. I'm a Michigan guy, even though I don't really care for the Packers. Shout out to Jake Ryan. Hopefully get better. I never want to see somebody fall down. But remember, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All those links in the description. Let me know what y'all think. Motor City Sports Talk signing out.